Hey everybody, it's your girl Tisha, and I am back with a pick a card video. I haven't done one of these in a while. So this pick a card is all about what you need to know. What's going on for you this eclipse season, this Aries season. Um, Once again, like, comment, share, subscribe, and take what resonates, leave what does not. And let's get into it. So this is pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3. Close up of the stone. That's a sunstone. Yeah, a sunstone. This is, I think, blue calcite. But you can correct me if I'm wrong. And then malachite. All right. In the description box, there will be timestamps. So let's get into pile 1. All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to pile 1. Let's see what the cards have to say. First, we're going to start off with your tarot cards. We have the 5 of Wind, which is the 5 of Swords, Fear. We have the Star card. We have the Mother of Fire, or the Queen of Fire. And we have Death. So, I feel like some of you all are in your heads about a lot of things. It's almost like you're having a mind, I want to say mind fuck, with yourself. And other people, places, and things contributed to the mind fuckery. And it kind of stunted your growth in a sense. It made you fearful to do the things that you want to do, that you love to do, the freedom to explore the things that you love to explore. With Venus in Aquarius, that's what it gives me, is that freedom to explore. That love of exploring the unknown, the unconventional shit. Because people are like, what do you want to do that for? Why do you want to do that? Right? Then you have the Star. The Star also gives you that hope, that faith, that like, what are you doing? Get the hell out there and do it. It's also another Aquarius energy telling you to come on. Let's go. Let's get out there. Then you move into this fiery energy, right? The Mother of Wands. That fiery and watery, a little bit of watery because it's Aries, Pisces. It's that fiery, watery energy where you can go after what you need to go after with the emotion behind it, with the imagination behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it fuels your fire. With all this air, it fuels the fire, right? For you to transform into the person that you want to become. The things that you're letting go, you're being weird, quirky, you're being out there, and other people don't understand, or they don't speak your language, so they want to bring you down or talk you out of your weirdness, your awesome ideas. And just because they don't believe in them don't mean that you don't, right? So it transforms you to think, it transforms you to start to take all those ideas and meld them together and go out there and do the damn thing. With Death, you also have, Death is also that Scorpio energy. So a lot of times during this time, you're going to have to do some things behind the scenes or in the dark, so that people don't know what the hell you're doing. They think that you're doing what they want you to do, but really you're doing your own shit behind closed doors. Then let's take a look. You have Scorpio again. You have Scorpio and waxing gibbous. So yeah, definitely you are going to have to do some things behind closed doors in the dark, because people are going to try to be that snake, right? They're going to seem all right, but really they're ready to bite your head off and give you poison so you can be right back to this. They don't want you to see your full potential. They don't want you to release, because the waxing gibbous, you're releasing because that full moon is coming, right? Now, we just got out of a new moon where new beginnings and things of that nature. But with waxing gibbous here, you are really releasing people, places, and things. And you may have to release them without them knowing. You get what I'm saying? Because some people, if you release them, they're going to be like a worry wart, or they're going to be calling you, texting you, that ex that want to play in your head and call you back and do all the mind games and all that mind fuckery. So sometimes you got to ghost them in such a way that they truly leave you the fuck alone. Yeah. Ghost them in a nice there's really no nice way to ghost a person, but I feel like you know how to step away from people and places and things where it doesn't really look like you're stepping away, or you're just going into your little mood. So they give you your space because you're in your little mood. But in all actuality, you just moving differently. And they can call it your mood, and you be like, yeah, it's a mood. So leave me alone until I come out of it. Now, your next card is the underworld, where all things pause and begin again. So with underworld, right, where all things pause and begin again, there are, once again, you're going to have to release some things that may cause you to pause and not necessarily take a step back, but look at the people, places, and things that are around you and say, okay, I'm going to go this way and begin anew in a different way, right? Because you still have everything you need. Pomegranates is about that. That's still that abundance that you need, the skills. You already have all those things to begin. So it's not like you're starting all over from scratch. You're just beginning again, like you begin each day anew. So it's just confirmation that all of this shedding, all these things that you're letting go, are in efforts for you to begin again, to begin a new thing, right? To begin a new thing. You have Ubuntu, compassion for others. You have shown compassion to other people who you thought was going to give you the same compassion, but they didn't, right? So sometimes it's hard in a sense to give compassion to new people where you're going, again, because you've been through what you've been through, and you gave compassion to others in the past and they didn't reciprocate that, right? But we don't want to take that on into the newness, right? We don't want to continue to drag that baggage into the newness. Now, with the 34, that breaks down to a 7. And 7 is about discernment. 7 is about inner strength, alchemy, spirituality. So this time we are going to discern who is really accepting of our compassion and who is going to give us the compassion that we give to others. Because if they can't, then we know, hey, I'm just going to go ahead and walk away, right? So now we have the weasel. Be silent, pay attention, and simply observe with your eyes, ears, and physical feelings what is happening inside and all around you. Goes back to compassion for others. Goes back to all of this, that Scorpio energy. You are able to be silent, pay attention, observe. And if you look at this card, the death card in here, you see, I don't know if my camera is allowing you to pick it up, but you see the face, the hands, the feet, everything that's allowing you to look at things differently, to view things in a different light, right? To see people, to see places for who and what they really are. Weasels can get in and out of places. You know, they can move around, they can go through things kind of, I'm assuming they can go through things like mice can. They're sneaky in that way, where, you know, they can come from out the shadows and see what they need to see and duck back in. If you see what you need to see, then you can go ahead and duck away, but pay attention to what is all around you and say what needs to be said. Because here we have many paths, and you have a 34 again, once again, using your discernment, because you have many paths to take. You have many directions. And in here, I'm seeing three. I'm seeing three different directions, but here you have also directions that you can go. But in here, between these two, there's the heart. There's the heart and there's the sun, right? So what sparks your love? What sparks your heart? What brings you joy to do the weird and quirky things that you want to do? And with this card also being a 34, it goes back to faith and spirituality. Again, following your path. What does your path look like? Because being in other people's shadows, listening to other people, it had you lose yourself. Like you fell into their background or their picture or what their dreams, what they wanted for you. And you were not able to do what you wanted to do at the end of the day, right? So it's time to release. This is confirmation that your release is needed for the greater good of you. We also have another 5 of Swords. Fight hard, but don't be a dick. You've already lost if you have to compromise who you are to win. Once again, those you have shown compassion for and they didn't return that favor, don't be a dick and do the same thing to the new people, places, and things that you are going. Because in this new place, you do not have to compromise who you are. You don't have to live in somebody else's dream, because now you are able to live your dreams. The next card up is the Weaver. Almost like the Weasel, but the Weaver. You are a dream weaver. As being the dream weaver, right? You see that sword there? You are able to cut ties. You are able to cut the strands that no longer serve you, that no longer align with your path, you are able to let them go and do what they need to do while you follow your dreams that you have created for you, right? So now we have, again, that word compassion, 3 of Wands. And we also have Surfer, Man of Cups. So I'll put it over here, with Surfer, right? And compassion again, having compassion not only for yourself, but for others as you embark on the new journey. Surfer, it reminds me of the Silver Surfer in the Fantastic Four. Nobody could understand like who he was, what he was doing. They thought he was, and I think he was trying to take over, but they had to actually understand why he was doing what he was doing, because something had happened to him in his own world, right? So you don't really want the new people to see you as a dick, right? You don't want them to have to get you to a point where you're broken and you're destroying everything and the newness just for somebody to really sit down and understand you, if that makes sense. So it's almost like keeping your cool as you go on this emotional roller coaster, like that song, I'm on an emotional roller coaster. Loving you is nothing healthy, but it was never good for me. But I keep going on this emotional roller coaster. Listen to the song. But it's almost like you want to know which ride to get on, which emotional ride you want to get on. Because as you walk your new path, as you know, there's going to be people, places, and things that are triggering. So you don't want to act up on new people who didn't know what your triggers were. You have to know what your triggers are. You have to be in control of the emotions that you want to show and not show, right? You have to be in control of that. And the last card I have is, did I stutter? Did I stutter? When you go and you're cutting people off, remember, you said what you said, and you did not stutter. They needed to hear what they needed to hear when it was time for you to pop out and show up. They saw you for the new you that they didn't want you to become. So you showed them who you were. You said what you said. You're going on into your new path, and some of those old people are coming in to be like, hey, she gone, he gone, they gonna do this and they gonna do that. And the new people are gonna be like, well, I haven't seen it, so I'm gonna still keep messing with them. I'm gonna still keep fucking with them because they ain't done that stuff to me, and I don't see that in that person. So it's like, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm going to keep messing with this person. And therefore, you know who your people are. So you can keep going. And you can look at them like, yeah, this is actually who I really am. So that is all I have for you, Group 1. You all take care. Hello, Pal 2. So let's take a look at the messages for you. First up, we're going to look at your tarot cards. We have the Ace of Vessels, or the Ace of Cups. We have the Woodward, the Archer. Oh, and the Lovers, the Forest Lovers. Okay. So you have 3 major arcana here, which is pretty doggone good, right? The Ace of Cups is all about that newness, new love, new job, new friendships, new relationships, new partnerships. And then you end it with the forest lovers. Like, it's that new connection that is coming into play for you. Also, with it being forest, you may have um, found your love of nature again, um, being outside. I don't know where you from, but where I am, pollen is kicking up like crazy, but you're still able to get outside if if you don't have allergies, you're able to get outside and enjoy it again. So you're now starting to love being outdoors. So then you have the woodward, right? The woodward in this deck is the strength, similar to the strength card. So it symbolizes having the strength to move forward with things, not being afraid of people, places, and things, facing your fears and moving forward. The archer in this deck, as it's called, in the traditional deck, the seven major arcana is the chariot. So this is about forward movement. This is about having the tools that you need to move forward. Um, and even I want to say, with the forest lovers being the next card, you also have worked on yourself to be in a successful relationship. You know the things that you don't want. You know you have an idea of what the relationship should look like, whether it be a romantic relationship, a friendship, a partner, business partnership. You now have worked on the things that you needed to work on within yourself to make sure that the next relationship you get into actually fills your cup, actually allows you to, I want to say, hit the target in a sense, because you know people can come into your life and they can drain the hell out of you. You can point at some stuff and, like this dog sitting here or right here, that person can bump your leg and boom, you didn't miss the target. You didn't hit something that you weren't even supposed to hit. You have people that are like that. You have new people or people that you choose to have in your corner in your life. They can be looking at the same thing you're looking at and can help you and assist you and say, no, he can nudge her and say, move a little this way, or nudge in a way that will make her step back and regain focus. So make sure you've healed those parts of you that were damaged, so you could move forward. You have everything you need, right? All right, so let's look. We have the sixth house. You have put in that work, because that's what the sixth house is all about. And we have first quarter. So that first quarter moon is right after a new moon, right? So it's about putting in that action, that all that stuff that you were doing in the new moon, you were saying the things that you wanted. And we just came upon a new moon in air. We had solar eclipse in Aries, and the new moon was in Aries as well. So this was that Aries season of that new moon, of what we finna start fresh, right? We just came into the spring equinox and things are starting to begin anew. So this first quarter moon is like, okay, now it's time to put some action behind that work. The sixth house is about work. It's about daily routines, habits, health, um, some of the new habits that you may have formed because of the healing that you went through. Like, you put in that work, and now it's time for you to go forth on the new habits, the new lessons that you've learned, right? Maybe you had a new job then forming that new relationship with coworkers at work, right? Getting that new routine, putting actions into place, like taking action on the things, also building the foundation, right? Building the foundation with people that deserve to be in your life, people, places, and things that deserve to be in your life. Because there are some things that do not deserve to be in your life. And with the owl here, it reminds me of using discernment, using your wisdom, using the things that you learned while you were healing, using those lessons to make sure you build happy and healthy relationships. Okay, so the next card we have out is Minimus. Minimus says commune with the source. And this goes back to me saying some of y'all may have a relationship with nature, right? Some of y'all may, you're going outside, and the way you connect with source is to get out in nature, is to get into the dirt, um, is to just go for a walk among the trees, or even if it's your neighborhood, just getting out and breathing the fresh air allows you to commune with source. And source is whoever you deem source to be, right? Also, commune with source 17 breaks down to an 8. 8 is about your skills and talents. It's about your self-confidence, your free will, abundance, right? So aligning and talking with source, allowing you to move forward in your routines, right? Move forward in your healthy way of living now, right? You can live healthy financially, healthy emotionally, spiritually, physically, living healthy and abundant in all of those ways. And understanding and knowing what your skills, what your talents are. Coming out of healing, you could have found new talents, new things that you enjoy now, and you can now put action into those things. And also, going back to looking at this card, that is like a tree being moving within nature. So for you, nature may be the thing that you need to do. And for some of you, you may be like, I could kill a plant as soon as I touch it. That is okay. That is okay. Like if you feel like you got to play in the dirt, just go be a kid and play in the dirt. You don't got to plant nothing. Now, if you want your neighbors or whatever, if you care about what they think of you, which you probably don't, put some plants out there that are easy, minimal plants that don't need you to do nothing. All they just need to do is be planted in the dirt and outside your house, and they'll do their own work. You can do that. But overall, go play in the damn dirt and see what messages come up for you. All right. Next, we have Unicorn. Indulge in your creative, imaginative, and magical side through some form of artistic expression. Playing in the dirt allows you to create, right? Um, Playing in the sand allows you to create. And the reason why I said playing in the sand, because I'm seeing a cat. So some of you may have cats that need a litter box, but they like sand. And the only reason that made me think of that is because, like, on playgrounds back in the day, there used to be sand in the playgrounds, and stray cats will come and do their business in that or what have you. So it's like some of you all may need to clean the litter box. Random, but or some of you all may be around people that you got to clean up. You got to get them from around you or something. But take that message as it resonates. But anyway, back to you. You know, there's some form of artistic expression when you play in the dirt, when you play in the sand, um, when you get outside of yourselves. Some of you all um, may have drawn pictures when you were maybe younger, or you like to draw like outdoor scenery. I'm seeing, oh, what's his name? I think it was Bob Ross. I think it was, who always painted the nature scenes on PBS back in the day. Like some of you all may do that. And that is also a connection to nature. So sometimes you don't have to physically get in there and get your hands in the dirt. Sometimes you can draw it. You can take pictures of sceneries. You may have pictures on your walls, or pictures that you've randomly taken in your phone. They don't have to be with a professional camera. It can be the pictures in your phone that inspired you to do something new, right? And I keep hearing calendar. So some of y'all need to make a calendar with the pictures that you've made, whether it be you drew the pictures or you took a picture of nature or what have you. Some of y'all need to make a calendar out of it, or cards or something out of it. I don't know. Hell, you can make oracle cards out of it, different sceneries. I think I actually have a deck. Hold on. Okay, so I found this. So, like this deck, it's different pictures of plants with words, rocks. I have it mixed in with another deck, so that's why you see that. But different plants, things of that nature that are just, out there in nature. Let your emotions flow. Bloom where you're planted. You may want to do something like that, or just take pictures and do with the pictures what you need to do. That was just one example, but the overall theme is for you to get out there and express yourself. Now, the next one is Wild Woman, which is 62, which breaks down to another 8. You have 2 6s, because you have the 6th house and the 6 in tarot, and now you have 2 8s, right? So 6s are about home, family, unconditional love, teaching. You may be teaching others how to live through creative expression, live how to be one with nature, or be free with nature. And then 8s are about, once again, your skills, your talents, your self-confidence, your free will, your ambition, your drive to get out there. And like I said, that may be your new talent, getting out there in nature, having a different way to communicate with source, also teaching others how to communicate with source in the form of nature, what that may look like, and how it can differ from anything, from other people, and teaching people that it can look how they want it to look, and giving people that freedom to create their own connection with source just by you sharing your connection. The Wild Woman is calling you once again to engage with the world, right? Shine brightly, show off the new skills and talents that you've learned while you're communing and dancing. Still goes back to nature. Get your ass out in some water. Some of y'all may just got to put your feet in some damn water. Not necessarily have to deal with the trees. You just got to get your feet wet. Go try that. But the Wild Woman is telling you to get out, dance, be one with the world, and move and dance and act as if no one is watching. So you are free to be you. Next card is the Skull of Light, Illumination. Goes back to the unicorn, right? Put it where you can see it. It goes back to the unicorn for me. Illuminating yourself. It goes back to Wild Woman. Illuminating what's inside of you. Letting your creative, they all have a glow around the head. And then even with Wild Woman, her headdress is around her head. So it's important for you to definitely express what is going on in your head. Express those things that you have been holding on to, that you just feel like it's not enough. It needs more. Think about, sorry, I had to adjust the lights, but the bringing out what crazy ideas that you have going on that people have kind of talked you out of. As they say, Amazon started in a small office. So you just got to start, right? You have people starting their businesses in storage rooms. They're renting storage pods at different storage facilities and creating their business that way. Whatever it is you need to do, if you need to use AI to do it, use it. Because you ain't the only one who's using Chat GPT for their highest and greatest good. You use it for yours. Manifest delusionally. Okay? Create delusionally. Put that shit out there. This Aries season, it's time for you to show out, show up. You can no longer hide. You can't. All of this is telling you to get your ass outside and do what you need to do. So the next card out, social distancing, social club mood. So this is confirming that you got to get your ass outside. Because right there, you haven't necessarily been in the house, but you've been socially distancing your ass since social distance was a time, right? You ain't want nobody talking to you. You ain't had time for none of the foolishness. Don't talk to me. Don't look at me. Don't try to touch me. Look, I'm out here. I'm doing me. It's like I don't want to be out here socializing with y'all. I don't want to be dealing with y'all foolishness. Your foolishnesses, right? So a lot of y'all have kept to yourself, but now it's time for y'all to get their ass outside. And you don't necessarily have to deal with people. You don't have to deal with people unless you want that love. But like I said, that relationship is nature bound. That relationship is with source. That relationship is with your higher self. But if you want a physical relationship, you still got to get the fuck outside. Okay, you got to get out that mood now. It's time to get out into your comfort zone. Right? So if you want that family, that happiness, that fulfillment, you have the 10 of cups. Enjoy that afterglow and don't forget to hydrate. Savor moments of perfect joy and bliss because they don't last forever. So, you got to get outside. You got to make sure you drink your water. You got to do damn thing. You have to enjoy. The time is now for you to enjoy because you've been like this. And low key, being like this, for some, it allowed them to create. But for others, when you cut yourself off from going outside, from experiencing again, like maybe you used to, or you have been like, that ain't for me, it's too many people. Going out into nature, going to the beach, playing in sand, you can find spots. because now people are outside, so you can find spots, right, where you don't have to be bothered. You can still be by yourself, but you still need to get out there and shine and enjoy the glow, enjoy the healing that you've done while you were by yourself. And don't get me wrong, sometimes when you go out, don't forget, sometimes you got to come back in, because sometimes we do too much outside that we need to come back in and be like this. But don't be like this for too long. Don't be in that mood for too long. Give yourself 24 hours to recharge and then get back out there. All right, so next we have the moon and the star. So it's time for you to come out of the dark, come out of your shell, and shine bright. What's Rihanna's song? Shine light, bright like a diamond. Lord, I can't even speak right now. Shine bright like a diamond. It's time for you to shine. It's time for you to enjoy the glow that is you. You've been sitting on these ideas. Now it's time for you to get outside. It's time for you to enjoy. It is time for you to set your eyes on the prize, the things that have been illuminating your brain, the creativeness that is you. It is time to have faith that you have all the tools you need to get out there and do the thing. You've gained the wisdom by staying in. Now it's time for you to get out and enjoy these new talents. Pick up and learn some new talents when you go outside and commune with spirit. It is time for you to step out into your comfort zone, because being in the moon, being in the dark, sometimes being alone, it's okay to be within us, right? But when we step outside our space, our room, our home, our car, we have to show up. We have to show up. So the last card is release. You have to release. You have to get out there. You have to let go. You got to show up. Got to show up. You got to show out. It is time for you to release that comfort zone. Release being closed off to people, places, and things. The frog looks like it's jumping, right? It's jumping for joy. It's saying hallelujah in the moonlight, right? And the thing that came up to me also is I think it's Beyonce's song where she has Frida. Nope, that ain't her name. I can't think where she says release your mind, release. Y'all know the song. You might need to go listen to that song and release and jump for joy, and also to know that some of you all also can shine bright in the darkness. You can shine bright with the moonlight. It's time for you to step into the light. Okay, it's time for you to step out and show people your glow, your abilities. All right, so that is all I have for you, Group 2. You all take care. Hello, Group 3. Welcome. Now let's get into your cards. First, we have your tarot. We have the Two of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, and the Moon. Let me see if I can fix the lighting. All right, so Two of Cups, the soulmate card, which we have. I always think we have multiple soulmates. But some people think of the Two of Cups as twin flames, soulmate. Um, but I think it's two energies coming together that really and truly embark on the same paths. I almost want to say same direction, but it's like it's two people on this path and they intersect and they're able to come together to make each of their dreams come true. It's almost like these two people come together, right? They come together to enhance each other, to push each other out of the fears of the comfort zones, right? So this could be you and your partner. This could be you and your higher self. This could be you and your source, ancestors, spirit team, whoever, right? To get you to move out of your comfort zone, to get you to grow, right? Because with the Four of Pentacles, um, the Four of Pentacles always gives me that thing of you're holding on too tight because maybe in the past you didn't have enough, right? You may be too frugal, like the way things are going right now in this world. You have hoarded. It almost gives me a hoarder situation. It's so many things that I'm holding on to that I kind of don't want to let go, right? But with the Nine of Cups, you have enough. Your wishes are being fulfilled. The things that you have talked about with the moon, the things that you have, I almost want to say the rituals that you've done with the moon, that is what was needed to bring you that fulfillment. The dancing in the moonlight, it's an old, I would want to say probably an 80s or early 90s song, Dancing in the Moonlight. I do not know who sings that song, but I think it was like in a movie or something. Dancing in the moonlight can be that happiness. Also, the moon, it's about things coming to light. You may have seen things transpire that left you in a good place, or that can lead you into a good place. You saw how you can come out of it, or you can kind of start to let go. Let go of the control. You can only control you. You cannot control others and what they do. And hoarding your gifts, hoarding your talents, hoarding your money, hoarding things, it's not really that helpful now, is it? It makes you trapped. If you look at the episode of Hoarders, those people are trapped in their own damn homes because they collected all that stuff because they were afraid to let go and release and do the, what is it, the one in, one out. If you bring something in, you got to take something out. They weren't even throwing away the trash, okay? Like, you have to let go. You have to release. You can't have a tight hold, because if you look, right, she's not holding on tight to that glass. She doesn't have a firm grip on that glass. She is cheering, toasting it up, happy to be free. The free movement. They're not holding on and panicking because they're in the water. They're doing synchronistic swimming. Okay? You have to let go of the control. You can't control all things. All right, so next we have sextile in fifth house. Fifth house is all about play, pleasure, joy, hobbies, creative expression. getting out there, having fun. Creative expression reminds me of the cone heads. I don't know if y'all remember the cone heads. Um, and I can see the actor, but I cannot get his name. But anyway, they were sitting in the living room and they had them little rings around the head and they were sitting with each other like this. And for the cone heads, that was their sign of intimacy. And so the dad came in and started yelling and screaming in that high pitched voice because they had the rings on their heads. That's what that reminds me of. Anywho, but the fifth house is all about pleasures, enjoyment. Hey, you got to get creative. So, funny enough, in astrology, right, sextiles are about the energies working together. They're beneficial with each other, right? Um, they give that usefulness, right? They are also two signs apart, but action must be taken in order to activate it, and the opportunity is present for the individual. So it takes activation. It goes back once again to being activated, having that ring around your head, right? Um, to activate each other to make sure that you two grow into your highest possible selves, right? It's about finding that joy, the pleasures, the plays, the romance, and this could be, like I said, a connection with your higher self, connection with a partner, a business partnership, a friendship, someone that activates you and moves you along into the things that bring you joy. You may have that playmate, that you can be silly together. You can be comfortable to do you, right? So they're comfortable to do them and you're comfortable to do you because you two have come together to push each other in a good way. All right. Next, we have translucence, which is a 33. Love the darkness. Once again, dancing in the moonlight. A lot of people, some people are afraid of the dark. Some people are afraid of what's going to happen when they see the moon card. They're like, okay, what's finna come to light? Uh-oh. It's like, there's some good shit that happens at night, okay? That love of the darkness, there's some good shit that comes together. Hey, some people do their best, nighttime dance, if you know what I mean, in the dark. They don't need no lights. They like to do it with the lights off. That love of the darkness, that there's beauty in darkness. I love sitting out when the moon is out, the moon is shining. That light that's shining, that is a beautiful, lovely feeling. It is like taking a bath. Some people take baths in the sunlight. You can also take baths in the moonlight. Loving that dark part of you, knowing that it's a sexy part of you. It's a sexy part of you. It is time to be free. As you can see, kind of see, her eyes, they're closed. Her head is back. She's allowing the bird to take her the rest of the way. Allow her to be in connectedness, right? She is not in control. Letting go of the control and being free to allow your connection to take you so much further. The next card we have out is the Ladybug. This is a time of good fortune and abundance, so be willing to receive all good things in your life. You can't receive shit if you are trying to take control of everything. You can't receive nothing. Ain't nothing coming to you if you hold on too tight. So once again, you have abundance twice. You have to let go and accept the good that is in your life. Accept the darkness. Accept dance. I keep hearing dancing in the moonlight. Like, dance, be free. Allow it to take you. Allow it to activate you and bring you closer to what it is that you have been wanting, that you have been calling forth. And that is why people, places, and things are stepping forward into your life to activate you. You have the Blade. 33 is 6. You have another 6. 2 6s. Let me make sure. Yep, 2 6s. 6s are about unconditional love, home, family, selflessness, problem solving, getting out of there, and having unconditional love for yourself. Letting go of the control, because having control over others or things that are out of your control stresses you the hell out. So why are you still holding on to it? Have love for yourself and cut that shit loose. Cut it loose. The Blade is about cutting. Don't be afraid to cut people, places, and things, because the more you hold on to them, the more they are hurting you. It's like in tug of war, right? If you hold on tightly to the rope and the other team is pulling and you are just holding on so tightly and they're pulling, you are going to burn your hands because you're holding on and that rope is just pulling through your hands to the point where you have to let go. So instead of them hurting you, let go. That's the best way I can put that, because it is time for you to be activated. It's time for you to be moving forward, co-creating, having fun, and cutting motherfuckers. Even if they on your new path, if they in your way talking that crazy ass mess, cut their ass out. It's just as simple as that. Because you are the solution to your problems. Okay? You are the solution. Next card out is the 7 of Cups. There are too many vibrators and not enough batteries. Stay grounded and make sure your dreams are attainable. There are too many vibrators and not enough batteries. If I'm gonna give me the analogy, there are too many chiefs and not enough Indians. Like, there's too many people doing shit, right? It's not enough batteries to do all things. You got to take the battery out of a couple of vibrators in order to make other vibrators work. It's giving me the hoarder energy again, right? If you bring one in, you throw the other one away. Because I get it, you got to have options when it comes to that world. But let's face it, if you're using that, you got tried and true ones. You got your 3-4 go-tos. You don't even use the other 2 or the other 3. You got your tried and true go-tos. So don't worry about the newness, the latest, the greatest, or what other people got. Stay true to your tried and true so you can continue to stay focused and make your dreams obtainable. Because if you keep playing around with the other ones that don't got batteries and it's the middle of the night and you fumbling because you can't see, so you trying to take a battery out of something else and put it in something, you fumbling, it ain't working. Now you're frustrated. You didn't waste your time when you could have just pulled the tried and true out, got down to business, and went to sleep. Okay? Or started your day. Whichever way it works for you, started your day and kept moving. That's what that means. Keep going with your dreams. Don't let nothing stop you. Don't let the extra options stop you. Because this card to me is wisdom side-eyeing your ass. Looking like, you know what you need to do. Quit playing. You out here bullshitting. And you know what you need to do, right? You know you need to be activated. So you wasting your time with other people, places, and things. Those are the other batteries. It ain't enough batteries for all of that. So quit wasting your time with things that don't serve you. That things that you're not even interested in. They don't even bring you joy. And you sitting there fumbling. That's why the owl is side-eyeing you, giving you that, what is you doing? That's what that's doing. What is you doing? Next, we have Devil's Play and Fortune. So basically, you have Fortune on here twice. The Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment, and 10 Fortune, the Wheel of Fortune. You are moving forward. The wheel is moving. Hold on. Okay, so I had to go find my other deck. This is my favorite Wheel of Fortune card. And when I looked at this Fortune, right, it immediately made me think of this. Even with the vibrators and the batteries. Because if you look, right, she's up on the wheel. Now, she asked to be taken, right? She asked to be, let's excel me, let's activate me, but yet she is looking back to the shit that was keeping her from moving forward. And she's looking back like, wait. She tried to hold on as long as she could until it kept moving. They're like, no, we need you to move forward. We need you to look forward. You looking back at some shit that was holding you back, right? That's why you needed to be activated so you can receive your fortune and what your fortune may look like. Now, let's be real. Some people may come in your life to activate you. Now, she's not looking at him. There's some people that come in your life to activate you, and you may not like that motherfucker. Oh my God, you may not like him. You may not like her, he, she, it, whatever. You may not like him. But you like, all right. Let me get my lessons. Let me learn what I need to learn so I can move forward, so I can be activated. You kind of dread moving forward. But it's giving you what you need. So just hold on, right? Look forward because you asked for this. You didn't ask how it was going to look, but you did ask for the abundance. You did ask for the healthiness, right? You did ask for the playfulness, the expressions that you needed, the dancing in the moonlight. You asked for all that, but you ain't asked how it was going to come. Because I feel like even with Devil's Play, right? Even though we're dancing in the moonlight, we're liking the fun, that person may not be who you are attracted to. I'm hearing the word toxic. They could even be toxic for you, but it could be a good toxic. Just saying, it could be a good toxic, but it may not be what you're used to. So you're kind of like looking back like, why couldn't I go with that person? Because that person was holding you back. That place was holding you back. So yeah, we need you to come on forward and step into this uncomfortableness that is the person or place or thing that is helping you move along to your fortunes. The devil's play still has you dancing in the moonlight. It has you celebrating. It has you laughing your fears in the face. What's the quote from was it Lion King? I laugh at the face of danger. Um, you laughing at things, but you have to. That toxic person is funny though. It's like they toxic, but they good. They good in ways that allow you to forget that you needed batteries in the first damn place. They bring you to a place that's like, okay, this is what I need. So what can I take from this? Because I don't want to be with you, but I feel like I got to get through you in order to keep moving for my greatness. So have fun. Shit, enjoy it for what it is. If you know it's toxic, okay, yeah, okay, but still have fun with it. Have fun with it, right? Next card we have also is, if you can see that, there we go, Ascension. Ascension. What have I been pretty much saying? It's time for you to step up, step up, step up, and step out. It's time for you to get out your comfort zone. It's time for you to play. It's time for you to ascend. You can no longer stay back. That's why this is side-eyeing you like, you know what you need to do? It's time for you to do it. The last card that I have is Winter, the sacredness of pausing. There is sacredness in pausing, but here is my but. I feel like you've been pausing too much. In this side of the world, we have come out of winter and we're starting to, we're in spring. So we're waking up. We're starting to grow. This is all time for you to grow. You did your pausing. You did your resting. You did your reflecting. You did your letting go. You didn't heal for nothing. You didn't put in all that stuff inside the house. You didn't work on yourself for nothing. You didn't rest for nothing. It's time to put in that action. It's time to be activated and ascend to who you are meant to be. So that is what I have for you, Pile 3. You all take care.